Hey there everybody, welcome back. This is the Gerbil, and in today's video I want to talk about Galactic Legends and the next two I think that are coming to the holotables. We've got 6 in the game, 5 dudes and a lady, and they come to us from the prequels, 4 of them do, and 2 from the sequels, which means the original trilogy has really been left out. I think that's going to change, as we're going to get a Galactic Leia, and I think we're going to get her political and military rival, Galactic Legend Tarkin, any minute. Now, hear me out, because I'm going to give you some pretty substantial evidence that's probably not so obvious to a lot of folk. Now, one reason we're going to get Leia is because there's already enough dudes in the game, and Disney has been making a very conscious effort to increase the female presence in the universe, and I think that's a great thing as they're trying to diversify and grow the audience. More people in the franchise means more gamers, means more content, means we get more of what we love. So let's take a deep dive, and here's the big reason we're going to get Leia and Tarkin soon. So this is an Excel spreadsheet where I've scraped the data from SWGOH.gg, and it's all the characters in the game ranked in order of their gear level among the player base. So at number 1, we have Darth Vader with 368,000 people who have taken him up to Relic 1 or Gear 13 at least. Now this is the sum of all gear levels, so it could be Relic 1, could be Relic 9, it's all of them added together. At the bottom of the list, we have Mob Enforcer, who's only been reliced by, I think, about 200 people in the world. And I've added Grand Inquisitor and Fifth Brother, even though they're not currently in the game yet. Now, the color coding is to help identify who has already been claimed by a Galactic Legend, as are these X's out to the side, because a couple of them, like Jedi Training Rey, are needed for 2 GLs. So if we want to, we can sort this and see exactly how it pans out, but I don't want to yet. I want to observe that the top 25 or so is about 50-50. The white characters are ones that are not yet attributed to a GL unlock requirement. And so for the purpose of trying to identify who's coming to the game as the next GL, we need to look almost exclusively at the unattributed or unassociated characters. Now, as we scroll down here, it's also really worth observing that starting around number 40 for Kylo Ren, it goes on with close to 90% attribution, if that's a word, to a GL. Well, it doesn't matter which one it is. Those 40, from 40 to 80, are almost completely taken. And then there's a big empty space, followed by, boom, suddenly we hit Rey and Lord Vader. These are all the people that were needed for those. So you can see like Poe Dameron is the 100 most geared character. Master Kenobi is the 106th most character. And as we go beyond those, suddenly nobody is attributed, of course. And that makes sense, because as you unlock the Galactic Legends, you have to relic these people up, which is how CG makes their money. So let's keep looking at this, but let's now strip out all of the Galactic Legends. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And now this leaves us with just the characters that are needed or not needed for a Galactic Legend. And we'll go ahead and sort it real quick. There's one Bad Batch character, Omega. The rest are needed, I think, for Vader. Then we've got a bunch of bounty hunters, only 2 clones, a big block of Empire. None of the Ewoks are needed, none of the Geos, none of the Inquisitors, which is super important, I'm going to get to in a second. None of the Jawas. We still have a whole bunch of meh Jedi, with a couple of really good ones here at the top. 3 Mandalorians, all of the Night Sisters, couple Old Republic, Phoenix, and then a giant group of Rebels. And this is how we know who's coming next, because it doesn't do CG any good to have 25 or so Rebels just sitting around in your library collecting dust doing nothing. They want you to gear them up. They want you to invest in them. It's a for-profit company. But what I really want to do instead is I want to show you my predictions. If they were to bring us Galactic Legend Tarkin, these are the characters most likely to be required, that are not already required. And what we can see at the bottom of this are all of the Inquisitors. That makes total sense. They throw these out, they throw out a GL, they make the Inquisitors required for it. Only the whales are going to be able to unlock it quickly, and they could. And the rest of us, free to play up to, I don't know what I am, a dolphin, I have no idea. We would have to slowly grind and spend to get to the requirements. And that makes sense. That's how their business operates. But there are also a bunch of characters here that it's like could be there and probably would. For example, Imperial Probe Droid, absolutely you have to be there. Then a bunch of others. Mara Jade could definitely be in there, and then a bunch of troopers and TIE fighter pilots, of course. I mean, absolutely. How many TIE fighter pilots did he deploy into battle or whatever? The new Iden and a bunch of the lesser popular troopers, of course, Snow Trooper, Magnet Trooper, Death Trooper, Short Trooper, Range Trooper, whatever trooper. And then even Corsican Underworld Police and Mob Enforcer, because Tarkin was more than just an officer in the Empire. He was a political leader. He was, I mean, kind of had his own mafia. Maybe that's where the word "moff" comes from. I need to look that up. So he employed a lot of people behind the scenes, and these kind of characters could definitely be required. Yes, that would really upset a lot of people, but again, when does that ever stop CG? So I think that's happening. The Inquisitors, 100%. I mean, opening scene in Rebels, we see an Inquisitor, and then we see Grand Moff Tarkin name drop 5 or 6 times in that one episode. All right, let's move on to Galactic Legend Leia. So if we look at Legend Leia, again, look at this. Admiral Akbar is the 134th most relic character, and below that we've got Hoth Scout, Farm Boy Luke, who just got an Omicron, Jyn Erso, and Cassian. Cassian's getting his own show now, and Cassian and Jyn were, of course, at the Battle of Scarif in Rogue One, and so was Leia aboard the Profundity. Stormtrooper Han, who busted her out of jail, Lobot, who helped Lando and her escape Cloud City, Gamorrean Guard, who would have helped detain her when she got captured in Jabba's palace. So you can make a strong argument that every one of these people right here would be needed. And look at this, only 19,000 people in the world have relicked Admiral Akbar. And then Stormtrooper Han, only 4,500. That's a money opportunity for CG. I mentioned none of the Ewoks are claimed in a Galactic Legend yet, so they could also be unlocked requirements, as could anybody from the Phoenix Squad, as they were at the Battle of Scarif as well. So if you look at this from a data perspective, I would absolutely say you can take it to the bank. Tarkin and Leia are coming, and they'll be our first original trilogy Galactic Legends. But who knows? This is speculation based on data crunching, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to know your opinion, and do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe, please. It means a lot, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.